Press record. All right. I think it's recording. Yes. All right. So I just wanted to hop on and let everybody know that this is your support team. We coach each other, we help each other, we support each other, and we're all here for you. Carol couldn't be on the call today; she had a death, so she had to go to that. But Nicole, myself, we are your support team, and we want to help you get to where you want to be. So I'm just going to give some information first, and then we'll get into like if you have any questions or anything like that. So first, always plug in to not only your support team, your coaches, but plug into all the things that are available to you. Monday, we have our coach calls at 8 o'clock with Dr. A. 8:30, we have the field led call. Last night was awesome. If you ever want to understand what our compensation is, they talked about that last night. So go back and watch the video if you can. Wednesday night calls, make sure your clients are on those, because not only do they share some of the elements, but they share a lot of information to help your clients be successful. And after that, there's transformation stories. So, and they share about coaching and the opportunity that Optavia gives all the way around. So that could be something for your clients too, to plug into that.
Lavenda, where are the recordings of the Monday night calls if people miss them?
The Monday night calls, Carol typically will put them in her group, the field led. Dr. A's is if you go into your Connect and go to sources and then videos.
Okay.
All Dr. A videos are in there. And the field led calls are too.
Okay, cool.
Okay. And then Saturday, I don't know if you guys are in this group, but Saturday there's a Build Your Foundation to ED. It's at 9 a.m. It's a Zoom call. So if you want information on that, I encourage you to go in there, because it really shows you some really good milestones and steps to reach ED. And plus there's a Facebook group called Building Your Foundation to ED. And if you're not added in there, I can add you guys. Amy, Nicole, are you in there?
I think so. I don't know.
I think I'm in an ED group. Not much gets posted in it, so I don't know.
Well, check. I know they've been doing Saturday calls and then loading the videos in there if you can't be on the live. Yeah. And then there's also the Big Thinker group that they don't always have Zooms on Saturdays. It's typically on Saturdays, but there's a lot of live stuff that they do in the Facebook group. So if you're not in the Big Thinker group, I encourage you to be in there, and you can ask us to help you find that or log you in there. Some great groups to help you with your clients or on Facebook. There's the Reinventing Ourselves by Helping Others. So basically what you want to do is, when you're doing an health assessment and you're inviting them to the Hope for Health for Life group, you also want to invite them to the Reinventing Ourselves, because that's going to give them an insight on what we do. And you never know, they might want to do it too. And then Transformation Stories is a really good tool to use when you are sharing before and nows. And you can go in there, copy and paste, never share, but you copy and paste and put it on your page. So that's a good way to share some before and now. So if you're not in there, ask your coach to invite you to that. A couple upcoming events, if you have not already received emails or been on the call last night. Our convention is July 29th to August 1st. In person is sold out. but the virtual is still available. So if you haven't registered for that and you want to, I encourage you to do that. That's where I really saw the bigger picture of what Optivia and the opportunities can allow in your life. So I encourage you to do that. And then just announced last night was our, it's called an all-in. It's for all coaches. It's for coaches that want more out of their business or want to help people, you know, because money's not always a thing for everybody, right? But if you want to help more people, because that's in your heart, that's May 15th, and you can register for that now. And then the last thing I wanted to just, you know, kind of go over is our model. And you can ask any questions, you know, when it comes to that. But there is a document in Team Sofal. Just type in model and it'll show you everything. But just make sure that you know that with Nicole is your ED. So know that. And with that being said, woo, Nicole is the person that you go to first with training. Like if you have a new coach, your new coach would be trained by Nicole. And you want to create that group so that we know that that new coach is coming in. Any questions you have, you want to put into your support group. You don't want to just text or send Lori or Nicole or Amy, you know, a personal message when it has to do with business. Put everything in your support messenger group, because we can all help you with that. If Nicole can't get to it in time, maybe I can. Who knows? If you have a question. And it's just a good place. You have a one-stop shop to go when you're looking for answers. And then when it comes to doing tip calls are really important in your business. You don't know if someone is interested in coaching or interested in learning more. And you need that tip call to do that. And right now, your FIBC would be Carol. I'm shooting for that to be your next in line for that. But right now, it's Carol. So she would be doing all your tip calls or Coach Explore calls. And then, you know, we have, I don't know if you know how to use Connect, but if there's ever anything, I know Nicole's reached out to me how to use Connect sometimes. If you ever want to know where to find something in Connect, just let me know. Send a question in your support group. Nicole can help you. I can help you, you know. And so, you know, it's really great there. And Nicole, Amy, do you have any questions on any of that, the model and how that works?
No, I saved the model. I haven't, to be honest, I haven't read through the whole thing, but I did save it and printed out a copy of it.
Yeah.
I mean, it has a lot in it, so.
I gotta find where I got this. This is just like a summary of it.
Oh.
So if I can find that, where I got that, I'll send it to you.
Okay.
But I have my notes on it. So it's really, you know, really quick and easy. You don't have to read through that whole thing.
Yeah, there's a lot of links and things in that thing.
Yeah, yeah. And that's good for a new coach because the new coach needs all that.
Well, it's good. I mean, because you don't use everything all the time, but then when you need something, you're like, or someone asks you something, you're like, you know, so it's good to have all that.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. When it comes to compensation, I know, you know, most of the time, I know I didn't do it this month and I'm sorry about that. Each month, right around the middle of the month, I'll send you where you're at right now and where you're going to be based upon your projected clients. If you don't understand how all that works, let me know. There is a video that goes through all that too, and I can link you to that. But basically what I'm trying to show you, and it has nothing to do with me or Nicole or Amy, your coach. It all has to do with you and to show you what the opportunities are in growing your personal business. So I like to share with you not only how many more people you would need to get to that next level, but how much more of an increase that could be. So I don't want you to miss out. I don't want you to leave money on the table that's there for you. And I want you to be aware. But if you have questions on that, where I get that information, just let me know. I'll share it with you. Okay. Um, does it now, Nicole, Amy, I know, I've sent that to you. Does that help you at all?
Yes.
You sent it to me?
I didn't this month, but usually.
Oh yeah. Yes. I see what you're saying. Yes. I mean, yeah, I saw that. Yeah. I like to see it. I mean, it's not always, I won't say it's not feasible. I'm not always in that place to act upon it.
Right. It's got
the
to be in
potential,
mindset.
but it's definitely, it's like, it's eye opening, like, okay, to know for sure. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I appreciate the information.
Good.
Yeah, I agree. It's beneficial because, if you really do want to grow, it tells you what to strive for, and you can figure out how many hours to put in and how hard to work in order to get that next level.
Mhm. Exactly. Yeah. So I know for me, I don't want to leave any money on the table. If there's money for me to grab, because I don't want to make it all about the money, because it's not. I really enjoy helping people and helping you guys. But I have bills to pay, and of course, that always plays a part, right? So if I know that there's a $500, there's $500 that I can make to pay a bill, I want to do it. So that's why I want to help you guys, because if a couple $1,000s could bless your family in some way, wouldn't you want to do it? I know I would. And like thank you, Amy and Nicole, for getting back to me. I would really, really, really love just to connect once a month, the first Wednesday of every month. I think it's a good point for us to connect and see where you're at, see if you have any questions. Because I want to be where you're at. I don't want to push you to ED if you don't want to be ED. Okay. I want to be where you're at. And if you want to be somewhere and you're not getting there, that's a good time for us to chat, because I want to help you get there. So it's not to take up a lot of your time. I just truly want to help you to be where you want to be. So you just got to ask yourself, what's holding you back from that next level, and is it fear? Is it? I went on I watched a video of it was about income and money, and people have fear of money. Did you know that? That's weird. But it's based upon. It's a really good video, and I think I sent it in our Team Fishbach group.
Okay.
But it
I'll
was
have to check it out.
Yeah, it was really cool because it stems from how we grew up. I grew up my mom was on welfare and working 3 jobs, divorced, raising 2 kids. And we scraped money together to buy a pizza one night. So it's really cool. So what's holding you back? What's holding you back from reaching that next level? And that's something that I want to be able to talk through, if there's something that we could talk about. So I wanted to open it up now and see if you guys had any questions.
No, if it comes down to like what's holding me back, I think fear. I think fear of like more responsibility, of maybe not ready for the responsibility. I feel like I love, talking to my clients and doing that. But as far as, having to do have a lot of responsibility, like a work job, I'm like, I kind of get nervous with that.
Uh-huh.
And
No.
honestly.
Yeah, and I understand that because, well, we don't want this to feel like a job. We want it to be fun because we're helping people, right?
Right. And
Um,
that part's fine. Like,
mhm.
working through and even if someone has a question, if one of us put in our support group, someone has a question, that all seems fine. But now you say like, oh, Nicole's gonna do trainings. Now that scares the heck out of me. All right. So
But you know how to, the trainings, you know what they are. They're health assessments,
I know.
kickoff calls, day 1 through 4. You know how to do it.
I
And
know.
I know where you're coming from because I've been doing a little bit of soul searching myself, and I think what was holding me back was the fear of feeling guilty for not spending time with my family, but they are supporting me, so why do I feel guilty? But it also stemmed from really thinking about it, and I was not allowing myself to be inconvenienced, because sometimes you have to be inconvenienced to move forward and help others. So that was like really but I've been working through that, so I know how that feels, Nicole. I really do.
And
But
for
we're
some, it could be a fear of leaving the comfort zone.
yeah, absolutely. Being in the comfort zone is comfortable.
That's right.
Right.
Nobody likes getting out of there.
Yeah. Yeah. And you have to. If you want to
Yeah.
grow and you want to build, you have to. And so, that's what I've been trying to do myself, is get out of that comfort zone. I was like, you're gonna laugh at me. So when Carol said, I'm sorry, I can't make the meeting, I'm like, well, what do I do? What do I say? Because I am the type of person that I have to, that's why I had everything written down, honestly, because I have a hard time talking in front of people because I kind of like go off and I don't know what I'm saying, and then I forget things. And so, I'm the type of person that has to have a structure, which is why Optavia is so perfect for me. I don't know. So yeah, I know it's definitely out of my comfort zone to be a leader like this and having meetings, but it's what I got
But
to
you do a
do.
great job.
It's what I got to do. Oh, thank you. Thank you. So any other questions?
No.
Yeah, just think about that fear, okay, and put it into perspective of what's going on, and see if there's things that you can do to kick that fear in the face. That's all you got to do. And Nicole, I'm here with you, so you're the first line. Let's say your coach says, hey, I have a tip call at this time on this day. Honestly, if you can't do it, I might be able to. So that's another important a reason why you want to always ask questions in your support messenger group. That way, Nicole, if you couldn't do it at that time, I can hop on there and say, hey, yeah, I can. Okay, so we're a team.
All right.
We do this together. Okay. And so I plan on throwing out, I don't know if I'm going to do, because what's today? Today is the 27th. We have 3 more days in April. So I've been thinking about some maybe incentives that I might throw out there. So I will be sending incentives personally to each of you. So we'll work on that if you choose to, if you want to grow. For everybody that couldn't be on the call tonight, we missed you. If you have any questions, please, again, don't hesitate. We're here for you, honestly. You're not there alone. And again, use your messenger. That's what we're, that's how we can help you. We can't help you if we don't know.
Right. Ask her questions in our messenger group.
Yes, yes, very important. Because I know I used to go straight to Carol when Susie, Susie is on my line. So I used to go straight to Carol in her personal messenger rather than my group messenger with some things. And Carol was like, you sure? Because it's easier to go back and find different things instead of going into text, going into a different messenger. You know what I mean? So it just
It
is
is.
easier for all of you.
It's being confident, like, because sometimes you put a question in there and you're like, oh, I don't know if I wanted everyone to see that, or maybe I just wanted to ask Lavenda that, or I don't know, just
Yeah.
But it might help the others that are in your group.
Or
yes,
you put the question in there and you're like, oh, I hope I don't sound like an idiot right now.
No, I mean, just like we tell our clients, no question is a dumb question.
yeah, I never feel like I just sometimes, and that's all learning. That's learning to be confident and outside our comfort zone. That's all it is. But
Yeah. All right, ladies.
all right. Well, thanks, Lavenda. Thanks,
Oh,
Amy.
you're welcome. You guys
Thank
have a
you, guys.
wonderful evening.
All
You
right.
too.
All right.
Bye. Thanks for taking the time. Bye.
Oh, sure, anytime. Bye.
Bye.